Hi there. We're on day 149 of our Through the New Testament in 1 Year. And today we're beginning John chapter 11. These are short studies because we're cutting the New Testament throughout the whole year. So today it's the death of Lazarus. Okay. Now a certain man was ill, Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. It was Mary who anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair. Remember that? Whose brother Lazarus was ill. So the sisters sent to him, saying, Lord, he whom you love is ill. But when Jesus heard it, he said, This illness does not lead to death. It is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it. Okay. Now he knew what was going to happen. Okay. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus, their close friends. So when he heard that Lazarus was ill, he stayed 2 days longer in the place where he was. But it wasn't easy for him. Then after he said to the disciples, Let's go to Judea again, the disciples said to him, Rabbi, the Jews were just now seeking to stone you, and are you going there again? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble because he sees the light of this world. But if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles because the light is not in him. After saying these things, he said to them, Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I must go to awaken him. Right? The disciples said to him, Lord, if he has fallen asleep, he will recover. Now Jesus had spoken of his death, but they thought that he meant he was taking rest and sleep. Jesus told them plainly, Lazarus has died, and for your sake I am glad that I was not there, so that you may believe, but let us go to him. So Thomas, called the twins, said to his fellow disciples, Let us also go, that we may die with him. Yeah. Now when Jesus came, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb for 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles off, and many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. So when Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went and met him. But Mary remained seated in the house. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But even now I know that whatever you ask of God will give you. Jesus said to her, Your brother will rise again. Martha said to him, confused, right? I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. I am the resurrection. Sang a lot of songs about that in my teenage years back in the 70s. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said to him, Yes, Lord. I believe that you are Christ, the Son of God, who is coming into the world. Right? It says Jesus weeps here. We're not going to get that till tomorrow. And we'll have to go back and read this one tomorrow too, right? When she had said this, she went and called her sister Mary, saying in private, The teacher is here and is calling for you. And when she heard it, she rose quickly and went to him. Okay. And that's all they give you today, right? They could have done a little better job of cutting this up, right? They could have put 29 up here, right? All right. And tomorrow we'll finish the story of Lazarus, okay? 3 minutes, all right? Now when Jesus had come into the village, but he was still in the place where Martha had met him. When the Jews who were with her in the house, consoling her, saw Mary rise quickly and go out, they followed her, supposing that she was going to the tomb to weep there. And when Mary came to where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at his feet, saying to him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come with her also weeping, he was deeply moved, okay? Indignant, right? In his spirit and greatly troubled. And he said, Where have you laid him? Okay? And as I said, Lord, come and see. And then the shortest verse in the Bible, Jesus wept. So that you said, see how he loved him. And they said, could they not have kept him from dying? We'll read this again tomorrow, but right. Jesus wept. Okay. He knew he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, but when the people he loves are hurting, okay, hurting, even though he knows it, okay, he has empathy and he feels your pain and he will cry with you, okay? I have had Jesus cry with me, okay? There's something, life-altering things that happen in life, where I'd lost everything and was alone, and only Jesus was there, right? Jesus wept with me, okay? I actually felt his tears on my neck, right? And I knew it was going to be okay. You feel at peace. Those things happen, okay? Jesus does feel. So there you go. Catch someone on you may have missed and give us a like if you think about it. And we'll continue the story tomorrow. See you then.